Hey, what's up, you guys? This is a true story. It's just today. Everything that happened today. I don't usually do true story videos unless they happen. This one happened today. Everything I'm gonna tell you happened today, and it was just an interesting, sad, frustrating day for me. As usual, I get up for work. I take a shower. I change. I brush my teeth, use my mouthwash, get my clothes on, take a drink of water, whatever. Make sure I got my phone, wallet, keys, headphones. Those are my four things I always check before I walk out the door for work. I head to work. It's a normal day. I get to work, walk in, I punch in, look at my job, I punch into my job, I head towards where I need to be. I start my job. I do my job for hours, probably 4 to 5 hours of doing my job, pulling, shipping items. And then it was lunchtime. So me and a buddy of mine, my coworker, that we'll call Jaja. So Jaja and I, we go to work, or we go to lunch, and it was chicken fajitas today, which they were freaking good. Honestly, they were delicious. We clock out for lunch. We get in line, which was not very big because we clock out a little early to beat the crowd. It's a nice little hint. We get our chicken fajitas. We sit down. We're like halfway eating them. We see these flashing lights over by the freeway. They were like up the hill, over a mound rather, not a hill, but like you can see lights, police lights, fire truck lights. There's tow trucks, and turns out this trucker, it was a dump truck, had a load of boulders in the back of his dump truck. He blew a tire and lost control, and all the weight in the back of that dump truck just started getting out of control. And you can imagine a dump truck full of boulders, how much weight that is. And it threw him off to the right side of the interstate, where he crashed, rolled. The boulders were rolling, and he crashed and he rolled, and it burst into flames. And the guy was stuck in the cab of the truck when it burst into flames. And the fire trucks, and they all try to get it out. And supposedly, a story I heard, some people could hear him screaming in the cab of the truck as it was on fire, because they couldn't put it out in time. And I guess eventually they put it out. Unfortunately, he was deceased. They cleaned up the scene, which we could see from our lunchroom where I work over the freeway. There was the cleaning crew, like you could see the lights and whatever. And we're like, oh man, that was crazy. And then we found out that the driver actually did die, did succumb to his injuries. And it was really sad. All of us in the lunchroom were like, oh my gosh, really? That person that just crashed passed away, that we can visually see from the lunchroom? Like, it's that close. It was that close. And that's not all for today. This is in one day. This was today. This happened today. Well, tonight now. Back to where I was going to lunch with my friend. On our way away from lunch or whatever, we were talking about it, and I was like, what if it was like someone from work? Recently, a guy that we knew, that we work with, he quit where I work to become a truck driver. He went to school, now he quit to become a truck driver. And I was like, oh dude, wouldn't it be crazy if it was so and so that was in that crash? And then I was like, oh, do you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. It's not a cool thing to say. And then my buddy was like, oh yeah, that would be crazy. It's probably 1 in a million though. That didn't happen. But in fact, the driver of the dump truck that crashed and burned and rolled was the grandfather of a girl that we actually do work with. And that just, like, we blew our minds. We're like, what? Wait, we were just saying, what if it was someone kind of related to someone we work with, and then it ended up being someone we work with? And me and him are like, are you what? Oh my god, was that like a premonition? Was that like a gut feeling? That was so weird. So after all of that, what I'm about to tell you doesn't matter compared to the scale of what happened to that poor man and my coworker. It was her grandfather. Come to find out. But anyway, just after work, after hearing that, I get in my car. I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe that happened. I'm heading home on the freeway, and I'm driving, and I should go to change lanes, and I noticed I hit like a little black spot, looked like a dirt clod, like mud or something. And I remember hearing like a tsh. But right after I hit that, I had this feeling like that wasn't good. That wasn't good. I didn't like that. That sounded wrong. So I'm like, whatever. Going home, driving down Main Street, pull on my street. I'm going down the road past the church. Turn left onto my street. I pull into the driveway. When I get out of my car and I hit the garage door button. It starts going down. It's a loud thing. And once the garage door shut, I heard. I was like, wait, what is that? And I was like, I hope it's my antifreeze. Please don't be a tire. I walked around to the back right side passenger's side, yeah. And I heard it's like, and I got my ear down there. I got my ear down by the tire, and I was listening, hoping I can find the spot. And then I found it on top, and I could feel it. And I felt the air coming out onto my fingers, and I think it was a nail or like a sharp rock, but it looked like a nail to me. And I'm like, shit. I'm going to have a flat tire tomorrow if I don't change this right now. So I opened my trunk. I have a subwoofer in my trunk, and it's a bitch to get out. So I had to like, and I got it out, and I put it on the boxes I have in my garage that are already there. Luckily, it's heavy enough to kind of sink them and have a giant. I have a 12-inch Sundown Audio subwoofer is what it is. It's pretty good. It was nice. But I got that out. Had to pull up the rug thing in the trunk. Oh, there's a spare tire. I undid that. Pulled it out. Put that there. I had to find I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if I have a socket. And then I found a pouch over in the corner of my trunk. It was wrapped in Velcro. I'm like, oh, there's the socket. And I ripped that out. I'm like, pulled it out. And this jack is freaking slow. I was like, oh, come on, dude. And it was weird. Like I had to twist my hand and then push my arm and then like twist my hand and like do it this way and like, because it's a small jack and I drive a Ford Mustang that's like that high off the ground. So I was like, finally I got it up high enough that I could undo the sockets on my tire that was leaking, pull that off, put that aside, grab the donut. They call them donuts, spare tire, not a side tire. Put it on, crank it on a little bit, star pattern, before you drop the jack, kind of tighten it, and then once you lower, well, it's not a jack, it's more like lower the jack. You'll lower it eventually, don't worry. And then you lower it, you pull it out, you put the stupid donut, or the donut's already on, don't forget about that. You tighten it more is what I was trying to say. And then once it's on the ground, tighten, star pattern. Make sure it's tight. Not too tight, but not tight. Just make sure it's tight. And then, yeah, so that was my day. I got the donut on. After everything I told you was 100% true, you can even look it up. Like, I can prove it. I don't do stories like this if they're fake. I'm not a liar. Just so you know, I'm not a liar. I don't make stupid shit up to get attention. If I have a true story and I want to tell it, I'm going to do it. And it doesn't happen all the time. But this tonight was a true story. A girl's grandfather I work with crashed in a dumpster. A dump truck. It's not funny, but it is kind of. But he rolled his dump truck off because he blew a tire and he rolled it and it's burst into flames. And it's sad, dude. And it actually ended up being a girl's grandfather we work with. It's just a trip. Me and my coworker were like, we were just talking about that. What if it was someone from work? And it was. Well, a relative, you know. It's just a crazy day, dude. And I hope my donut spare tire doesn't blow up on me tomorrow, because now I got to get a new tire. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Thanks for watching. If you did, true story, sad story. It's just one of the weirdest, most active days I've had in a while. Peace out.